Hello friends, welcome to Fin 360 degree, a 360-degree approach to finance. So basically what we are going to do is we are going to lay down the terms of finance and the complete subject of finance and the field of finance in front of the world. So it becomes easy for finance professionals or finance aspirants who want to pursue a career in finance in future or who are currently studying finance or want to take up finance as their major will find it extremely easy and useful once they go through all the videos of our channel. We're going to cover all the basics that are required in finance. So let's get started. Today, we are going to see what is finance, the most informative and resourceful video for learning the basics of finance. Let's get started. So basically, finance is defined as the management of money and includes activities such as investing, borrowing, lending, budgeting, saving, and forecasting. So this is the most simplistic definition that is available for finance. What does it say? It is the management of money. So whatever money we have, managing it, the science of managing that money, such as investing it, you invest your savings, or borrowing, you take money from your friend, right? You want to buy something, you take money from your friend or your relative or something. Lending, you give money to your friend to buy something, then he returns you back. Budgeting, creating a budget of how much money we have, expenditure is going to be there, what are the savings. All right, this is called budgeting. And saving and forecasting is like after 2 years down the line I am going to require this much money for my education or for my project and all that stuff. So the definition of finance is pretty basic. We come across this definition from time to time in our daily activities, as well as the application of finance in the real world, the practical world, are infinite. Without a financial structure, everything will crumble down. Our society would cease to exist. Alright? So let us see what are the basic types of finances now. So, majorly, finance can be broadly classified into three major types: A. Personal finance, B. Corporate finance, and C. Public or government finance. So, your personal finances are the finances that we have in a daily life, right? Personal banking and all that stuff, whatever we do, lending, borrowing, all right, that is personal finance. Corporate finance, what is that? So, basically, corporate finance is the area of finance that deals with sources of funding, the capital structure of corporations, the actions that managers take to increase the value of the firm to the shareholders, right? And the tools and analysis used to allocate those financial resources. So this is completely a very technical term, a very, what you say, professional type of finance where there are large corporations and there are people who are trying to increase the value of the shareholders and all that stuff through various tools that they have. All right, that is corporate finance. What is public or government finance then? So basically, this public slash government finance is the study of the role of government in the economy. It is primarily a branch of economics that assesses the government's revenue and government's expenditure of the public authorities and the adjustment of one or the other to achieve the desirable effects and avoid the undesirable effects. So this is very important. All right, this is majorly a part of economics, and economics is a part of finance. So whatever expenditure is there, deficit, you must have heard this in the news. So there is a surplus or there is a deficit. All these terms are related to this public and government finances. Basically, government has a lot to play in a country's finances. So let us have a look at the history of finance now. Finance, as a distinct branch of theory and practice from economics, arose in the 1940s and 1950s with the works of Markowitz, Tobin, Sharp, Trainer, Black, and Scholes, to name just a few. So these are the few people who created the artwork for finance during 1940s and 50s. Of course, topics of finance such as money, banking, lending, and investing had been around since the dawn of human history in some form or the other. So initially around, they used to trade in metals, all right. Then they used to trade in say food grains, all right. Egyptians used to trade in gold, all right. So all these heavy terminologies that we use today, they were also in practice at that time, but in another. So all in all, if I want to sum it up, finance is a term broadly describing the study and system of money, investments, and other financial instruments. All right. So what does this finance do? It describes the study and system of money, investments, and financial instruments. Now, we see what are the major finance topics from the point of view of a subject. So this is especially useful for a student or an aspirant who is actually planning to take finance as his major or his career option. So economics is a very major part, as I already told you, in finance. All right, how micro and macro policies affect and how the policies of a central bank and money supply do work in an economy. All of this is discussed in economics. It's a very large topic and very interesting. All right. Second is corporate finance. Again, this will deal with the structuring of finance, how corporate finance works. All right. Dealing with the capital structure of a corporation, including its funding and actions that management takes to increase the value. All right. Fixed income. So this is another very important financial instrument. All right. So bonds are an internal part of fixed income. So there are government bonds, all right, private bonds, all that stuff. We'll study this everything in deep. I just want you to have an overview of what all topics are there. Equity markets. So this is a very integral part of share market, equity markets, right? The next is the financial reporting analysis. So basically, each corporation or a company prepares its financial statements like income statements, balance sheet, right, and cash flow statements, right? And there are various analysts who examine this, and based on this they predict or forecast what is the sustainability of the company, how its share is going to perform, whether the business will outperform or underperform in near future. So this helps us, like the people who do not understand how to analyze these financial statements, to make proper decisions, because this analysts, they will act as a bridge. All right, they will act as a bridge between the normal public and the company to suggest whether investment should be made in such a company or no. Then there's quantitative method, obviously very important. So how the calculation of time value of money is done, what is the concept of time value of money, right? What are the different ways of calculating the probability of a stock movement? All right, how technical analysis can be done, what are the different regressions that are used? Very interesting topic, this will help you a lot. Then there's alternative investments. So these are the form of unconventional type of investments like real estates or it hedge funds. You must have heard about hedge funds. If not aware about it, you must have at least read it somewhere, right? So these are the some unconventional or alternative investments that we call. Then there's portfolio management. So basically, if there is an investor, all right, or there is a person, so he will have stock A, stock B, he will have bond A, bond B. So this together is called a portfolio. So there are portfolio managers who manage the fund for this guy. All right. So this complete management of this portfolio is the subject of portfolio management. Then there is derivatives. So this is a very important financial instrument of finance. It helps you to make use of various instruments like futures. All right. Then there's contracts. All right. Swaps, options. We'll study all of this. All right, I'll just give you a very small example. What will happen in futures is today you will agree to buy, say, wheat at $50. All right, one unit of wheat at $50. You'll get into an agreement that you will sell this wheat to a specific buyer at $55 irrespective of its price. So whether the price be $60 or whether the price be $50, you will sell it at $55. So you have hedged your risk. You have avoided risk. You are at a profit of $5 any which ways, right? So if it is $60, you are actually at a loss of $5, but only at a cost of profit, right? So this is what derivatives is. Let us now see what all finance careers that you can pursue once you start exploring this field and start studying this. Investment banking. I-banking is very famous, right? Everyone wants to be an investor banker. All right, this is basically a bridge between the high investment banks and uh, major corporations for various services like mergers and acquisitions, all right, IPO and all that stuff. Investment bankers are pretty attractive career. Retail banking, normal day-to-day banking, accounting, accountancy and tax, management consultancy, corporate law, compliance and risk, actuarial, insurance, trading, all right, fund management. So these are the major pillars of roles that you can take in finance careers. All right, I hope you're there with me right now. All right, even if you do not understand what is the banking right now or investment banking right now, we are going to cover each and every part of this video that we are mentioning over here. All right, so if I've mentioned what is fund management over here, I'm going to make a video about fund management in depth. All right, I'm going to make a in-depth video about investment banking as well. So do not worry, this was just an introduction video, so I wanted you to understand the skeleton of finance over here and how different roles are possible in finance careers as well. So why do we need to study finance or get into the field of finance? What is the scope of finance in future, especially after this COVID-19 scenario? So employment of financial analyst is projected to grow 6% from 2018 to 2028 in a span of 10 years, right? About as fast as the average for all occupations. A growing range of financial products and the need for in-depth knowledge of geographic regions are expected to lead to the strong employment growth. So basically, there's a lot of employment in the next 10 years in this field. Also, during this COVID-19, people have realized that they should have something as savings or emergency funds. All right, because a lot of this generation had never seen such a devastating effect of a pandemic. Right now, they've understood what is the importance of saving and finances. So now, definitely people are more active about investments. All right, the investment in mutual funds and all the stock market has increased during the lockdown period as well. So you can expect a quite a exponential growth in the employment of finance sector as well. So that's it in this video, guys. Thank you for watching the video. Also, like, share and subscribe to the channel because we are going to come up a lot of important financial stuff that you would like. So first is this basics of finance series, all right, which is a must for everyone. All right, whoever is starting and whoever is in progress with finance studies as well as careers. Second, finance modeling. We are going to bring this course live on YouTube. All right, made by the experts. Third is Excel for finance. Again, very important. Fourth is PPT for finance, corporate finance especially. This is very important and you should have all these skills if you're entering finance. All right. Apart from that, we will have some regular current affairs to be discussed on finances. I'll make sure that I put up all the important points that you require. And trust me, guys, this one series that I'm going to start is CFA Basics. I am going to cover all the important basic concepts required to crack this examination. We are going to cover the concepts as well as questions solved. Alright, questions that are expected on the day of the examination. And it's a promise from my team side. Quality will not be compromised and we shall not be asking for you for any kind of subscription or any kind of money. This is a channel for finance enthusiasts and we hope to contribute to the investment professionals community and the people who are aspiring to join such community. So please like, share, subscribe to the channel if you like this, and please tune into the channel because we are going to come up with all these things which are going to be absolutely useful to you and absolutely free for you. All right, thank you.